Thank you so much, Bill. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Unity Orange County. How you doing today? It's so nice to have you. You look wonderful. It's beautiful outside, but you're here, so thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. We're going to get our energy up today. I want you guys to please rise, maybe dance a little if you're feeling it, but let's sing together I can't remember the name of the song. It's fine. I don't know why it is. My soul's welcome here. There we go. All right, here we go. Do this 4 times. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Oh, you guys sound so nice today. Don't be afraid to sing out a little bit, even if your neighbor might want you not to. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. What? I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just what I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Repeat that. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, very nice. You guys sound wonderful today. You may be seated, and let's welcome Howard to the platform.
Well, welcome all you beautiful people. I mean, isn't it nice? We have such a nice group. We all support each other and care about each other. It's nice. Okay, what are we going to do here? And welcome all the people that are watching on YouTube. Yeah, thanks for watching. And we're glad that you tuned in, and we have the technology to be able to do that. All right, let's start out with our prayer for our church. Okay, of Orange County, center of light, love, prosperity, and healing. In our vision statement, we are love, honoring the divine in all. In our mission statement, we awaken, inspire, and transform lives through loving kindness, education, and service. All right, great. Now, let's thank the people that helped make this service possible. Bill on piano. So great. He's just playing, wonderfully as we're getting ready. Tom on audio and vocals. Mark on camera. Looking good up there with his bow tie. Waverly and John. Oh, just John streaming. Tina is our trustee today, back there. She's back there keeping Bill in line. Our greeters today were our wonderful men's group. And they'll be helping with the offering baskets. And Allison is our light bearer today. She'll be reading the daily word and giving us and guide us through a meditation. Hospitality is provided by the men's group. And today we have our special speaker, Reverend Charlie. A lot going on. Okay, announcements. Okay, Stephanie's completed the chaplain training and now is our certified chaplain. Good for Steph. So she's going to be starting a chaplain training class soon. So if you're interested in that, please see Stephanie after our service for details, and then she'll answer any questions you might have. Okay, so that's for the chaplain if you're interested in that. Circle of Connection will be held on the 3rd and 4th Sunday of the month of February. So we changed that around a little bit. Our new book, The Power of Now, starts Wednesday, February 14th, 6:30 via Zoom. So that should be that should be a good experience for all of us. We always get a lot out of it. Are you interested in being a board member? So myself, Annie, and Tina were on the nominating committee for a new board member. And if you're interested in being considered for a position on the board, please see one of them for any questions. Okay? The Unity Men's Group is meeting this Thursday, the 15th, 4 o'clock at Mimi's in Irvine. Oh, it didn't come up there? Oh, it's up there? All right. There to go. And then on March 9th, Diane and team will be holding a retreat in Laguna Woods. It's going to be a really good, inspiring time. So pick up a flyer in the hospitality room. We've got some really neat things going on there. So it should be a lot of fun. And then Ellen, who's taking care of hospitality, if you're interested, sign up. There's like 5 openings, right, coming up? 5 Sundays. Okay. So if you're interested in that, sign up, and we appreciate it when you do. All right, we're all set? Okay.
We are if you say we are. Also, I noticed Howard has a different color bow tie from everyone else. That usually means that that's the person in charge. So just so y'all know, if you have any problems, complaints, there's the one in charge right there. So today we are talking about faith and understanding, but I think both of my songs are kind of more focused on faith, I think. I don't know what's been on with me lately, but like I'm really feeling kind of the the old ponderous classics a little bit. This is about as old school as you get. This is the Lord's Prayer in song. If you guys know it, please feel free to sing it. It's a beautiful arrangement. It's a little bit hard to sing along with, but if you've heard it before, you probably know it. But I don't know, it's just a wonderful expression of faith, so I was feeling the song today. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. Thank you guys so much. It's such a beautiful arrangement. And thank you guys for singing along. I heard you out there. All right, it is time to get ready for our daily word and meditation. We do that by singing a prayer and an affirmation together. We are the blessing to the world. So I want you guys to think about it as you're singing it. The first one is for you. Here we go. You are the heart, you are the hands, you are the voice of spirit on earth, and who you are, and all you do is a blessing to the world. Now, take it inside for yourself. Know the I am. I am the heart, I am the hands, I am the voice of spirit on earth, and who I am, and all I do is a blessing to the world. Now expand to include everyone. We are. We are the heart, we are the hands, we are the voice of spirit on earth, and who we are, and all we do is a blessing Reverend Allison to the platform.
I feel so happy to be here today. Good morning. Just drove in from Mexico this morning. So that was kind of like but then it was also really such a beautiful drive today. This weather is amazing. So welcome. And today is Sunday, February 11th, 2024, and our daily word is strength. The affirmation, centered in divine strength, I am confident and peaceful. If I find myself struggling to bear the weight of a heavy load, if I am wondering how much farther I can travel or how much longer I can carry on, I rely on my spiritual strength to keep me going. When I align my thoughts with the divine gift and not on the weight I carry or the distance I travel, I am tapping into the power of God expressing as me. Through divine strength, I am renewed and refreshed. I have everything I need to stay the course. Knowing the presence of God comes to me, through me, in many channels, I may ask for help and accept it graciously when it comes. I give myself breaks and make time for prayer and my other spiritual practices. Through it all, I remain strong and grateful for the God within me. And the scripture is Ephesians 6, chapter 10. Finally, be strong in the Lord and in the strength of his power. And now as we invite the prayer box forward, we'll sing together Our Thoughts, Our Prayers.
Our thoughts are prayers, and we are always praying. Our thoughts are prayers. Listen to what you're saying. Seek a higher consciousness, a state of peacefulness, and know that God is always there. And every thought becomes a prayer.
And we just take this moment to affirm those very words, that every thought indeed does become a prayer. And God is always everywhere present. And so we accept these prayers, knowing that they are being answered in the highest and best by the universal law that makes everything so. And we're grateful for you to have put these prayers in our keep to release into that universal oneness. And if you still have prayers on your heart and in your mind, just know that they are being answered as well. So as we take this in, we let it go, we release it, we say, so it is, and it is done. Now I just invite you to prepare for our meditation. If you're comfortable, put your feet on the floor, let your eyes relax or at least soften. And just take this moment. And breathe and feel the fullness of this very moment. Allow yourself this time of opportunity to reflect and rest those busy thoughts as you remember your oneness. Now breathe deeply and know that the presence is within, as you and for you. You can relax now. You are beginning guidance, and God is expressing as the love that you are. The divine is showing you a world of peace. So let these words be your words as you take this time in the silence. There is a peace within me today that is true and lasting. I have opened my heart and my life to this light within. I now surrender any feelings of fear to that peace. And I know that all is well in my life. No matter what the outer conditions may look like, I see them through the eyes of truth. Real and lasting peace is with me now. And I breathe into that place of peace right here, right now. Attuned to my divine nature, I am wise and understanding. So I turn within and call forth wisdom. And the God within me is wise and guides me to the right and perfect action. I can see what is mine to do. I easily discern my next steps to take. And my way is made clear as I asked, and then go into the silence and listen. Spirit within is my health and my strength. The beloved is within me and is the very health of my nature. Every cell is alive and expressing as health in me right now. As I rest in this thought, I feel my strength increase, strength of mind and body. And I turn from the outer appearances into the truth, which is love flowing to me, as me, and through me. I rest in this knowing that I am whole and I am well. I am so very grateful for the divine flow of good in my life. My life is good, and my prayers are filled with gratitude. I am grateful that prosperity shows up in my life as healthy relationships, perfect employment, the home of my dreams, and perfect health. I am patient, knowing that my highest good is unfolding as I keep my mind on the Spirit in this moment. I take this time to be a loving expression, contributing to a world of peace. I open my mind and my heart to this loving being and being loved. My heart is filled to overflowing as I know a world as a place of peace and harmony for everyone. I allow the love that is in my heart to express as kindness, appreciation, and compassion. And it is through prayer that I can see beyond all appearances and into this truth, knowing that only love prevails. And during this wonderful time of meditation, we've expanded our awareness of inner peace, guidance, healing, prosperity, and world peace. Your life is enriched and your heart and mind are open to new possibilities. As you move into your day, allow these thoughts and feelings to stay with you. You are inspired and uplifted to do what is yours to do in this day, guided by the loving, living energy of the God within and all around. And so it is. And now as you slowly start to bring your awareness back to this time and space, we'll have an opportunity to hear some wonderful music by Bill.
I got it. There we go. Hello. Sorry about that. That was my fault. Tom says, oh, good. It is really my joy to be with you guys this morning. And I'm really sorry I'm not there with you in person. So this morning, I want to talk about two of the 12 powers, the power of faith and the power of understanding. Now, in case you don't know, these 12 powers that are innate qualities within all of us, nobody has more powers than anybody else or access to more powers than anybody else. And so we have these powers within us. And Charles Fillmore, the co-founder of Unity, intuited and put into practice these powers, awakening these centers, these energy centers within. And as he did so, he noticed how it changed his life. He noticed how it awakened that Christ consciousness. And over the past 100 years, thousands of lives have been changed because of the awakening of these 12 powers. Now, there's so much I could say about each of the powers. And so I decided today I'm not going to go into the technical end of the powers and talk about the disciples and all of that very much. I'm going to talk about the practicality of the powers, the practicality of the power of faith and the power of understanding. Now, these two powers, which are located in our brain, are connected. We have understanding because we have faith, and we have faith because we have understanding. So what is faith? Faith is that capacity that we have to believe even when we cannot see it. It is stepping out. Faith is actually more a verb than a noun, because it's an action step. It's a declaring. It's a moving forward in a way. It's saying, I believe. I believe. I have faith that no matter what is happening in the external is not that which is happening in the absolute. That there's a truth. And sometimes it doesn't appear as if that truth is real. In our world right now, we are experiencing a lot of appearances, weather, division, political differences, upheavals, maybe relationship challenges or prosperity challenges. We're experiencing all sorts of different challenges. And if we get caught up in the appearance of what's happening, then we can't see that bigger picture. And faith is the capacity to see beyond that appearance and declare the truth of God. There's a story in Scripture. It is in the Gospel of Mark, chapter 9. And it is the story of a man who comes to Jesus because his son is possessed, and his son, he'll throw himself on the ground and he foams at the mouth, and he'll try to be thrown in the fire or trying to be thrown in the water, and it's just so difficult for both the son and the father just truly wants his son to be healed. And so he goes to Jesus and he says, please, please, if you are able, please heal my son. And Jesus looks at the man and says, if you are able, all things are possible to those who believe, to those who have faith. And the man looks at Jesus and says, I believe, help my unbelief. I actually think that that's one of the most powerful prayers that we can pray. I believe, help my unbelief. Because I don't know about you, but one moment I can be in that place where I'm believing. I absolutely know. I know the truth. That there is one presence and one power, and that presence is active in my life, and all is turning out for good. And the next minute something happens, and where'd my belief go? I'm running down that track of, oh no, oh no. So we have this faith within us, and this faith that is within us is a power that can change our world. It can change our whole world. The power of understanding is the power to comprehend. You see, there's really two types of faith. There's blind faith and there's understanding faith. Blind faith is the faith where we believe something because that's what we've always been told and that's what we see happen. And so we believe that that's what's always going to happen. That's blind faith. But there's another faith, an understanding faith, a faith that comes from a place of being able to comprehend a deeper knowing of spiritual law. And that we put these spiritual principles into effect in our lives. And when we put these principles into effect in our lives, it's all about how these principles unfold. And we believe in the power of the principles. We have faith, knowing that spiritual law is always 100% spiritual law. That God is not a capricious God that changes his mind here and changes his mind there and says, oh, I'll be nice to this person, but not so much that person. God loves all and is all. And so when we come from that place of understanding faith, then we are empowered to take those steps that we need to take to stand in our true nature as the spiritual beings that we are. In Lessons in Truth, which is Unity's first textbook, it was written in 1903 by H. Emily Cady. In the very beginning of it, I guess what today we might call a foreword, but it's really only a paragraph. It says, you may study with human teachers and from man-made books until doomsday. You may get all the technical lore of the ages. You may understand intellectually all the statements of truth and be able to prate healing formulas as glibly as oil flows. But until there's a definite inner revealing of the reality of an indwelling Christ, through whom and by whom come life, health, peace, power, all things, I, who is all things, you have not yet found the friendship of the Lord. She goes on before she begins the first chapter, and she says that these are lessons, not lectures. And I was thinking about that this morning, and I was thinking about how in Unity, we don't call it a sermon. We might call it a talk, but really we call them lessons. That this is about coming together to learn something. And when we learn something, we take something away with us. We take a nugget of truth that we can work with during the week, or we take something with us. A principle that we can activate with our faith and our understanding. I want to share a story with you about a psychologist. And this just demonstrates the power of faith and the power of our thoughts, because that is, they're intricately linked. What we think is what we believe. I'm going to say that again. What we think is what we believe. So, this psychologist is doing a study on the effects of thoughts and the power of thought in our actions and in our connection with other people. Are we connected? And do our thoughts play a role in that connection with other people? So he sees a picture of his wife on his desk, and he thought, well, that would be a good exercise, a good experiment to do. And so he begins to think lovely thoughts about his wife. He thinks about how much he loves her and about when they first met. And he thinks about all the wonderful things that she does and just the essence of who she is and how grateful he is for that. He thinks about all the good that they have shared together over the years and the fun that they've had and the laughs that they've had. And he really spends some time taking this effort to think these thoughts. And he finds that as he's thinking these thoughts, he's really actually feeling this. He's really experiencing the feelings that go along with these thoughts. He's experiencing the feelings of how much he cares for and loves his wife. And he goes home that night and he goes to open the door and she's standing there and she has 2 drinks in her hand and she hands one to him and she says, "Welcome home. I'm just so glad you're home. Dinner's in the oven. Let's just sit down on the couch and enjoy a drink together and chat." And he's like, whoa. So I'm just going to say, I take it that that's not what normally happens. So the next day he goes to work. And, if you're going to do the experiment, you got to do the other side. So he begins to think of all the things that just drive him nuts about her. Those little idiosyncrasies that just drive him a little wacky, get on his nerve. Those little things that she does. And he just began to think about those and found himself getting really irritated and not feeling very good. And he was kind of grumpy toward people and everything. And he goes home and he opens the door and it is dark in the house. And he calls her name. No answer. He calls her name again. No answer. So he's walking around and he's looking for her, and he can't really, it's like, where are you? She sticks her head out of her office door and says, I'm busy. I'll be with you in a minute. To me, there's something very profound about that. So when we catch ourselves in those times when we're thinking, when we're having those thoughts of lack of limitation, thinking a negative thought about somebody else, then we have that power within us. We have the faith within us to see beyond the circumstance and to know the truth about the situation or about the person. We have the faith to know that spiritual law is always at work, always at work. And that the thoughts that we hold in mind are the experiences that we're going to create for ourselves and create for others. There is a real responsibility that we hold. It's not just about, I only want to think positive thoughts because it makes me feel good. It's, I want to think positive thoughts because that is what I can do for the world. That is one thing that I can absolutely do for the world that doesn't cost me any money. It doesn't require anything of me physically, but it does require a shift in consciousness. It requires a shift in consciousness where we're not looking for someone else to do it or thinking they should change their mind. We're looking to ourselves and knowing that it is our work to change our mind. It is our work to change our mind. Just one last quote that I want to share with you. And it is one of my favorite Charles Fillmore quotes. It says, "It is your mission to express all that you can imagine God to be. Let this be your standard of achievement. Never lower it, nor allow yourself to be belittled by the cry of sacrilege. You can attain to everything that you can imagine. If you imagine that it is possible to God, it is possible to you." Whatever possibility your mind conceives, that is for you to attain. This is the law. Let none belittle himself or dwarf the supreme by trying to annul it. Anything that we think is possible for God is possible for us. That's a bold statement. And it might make you kind of quiver in your seat and go, no, I don't think so. I'm not saying that we are as powerful as God. What I am saying is that God, through us, is capable of achieving anything that we can dream of. And so I have an affirmation. I have an affirmation that I'm going to invite us to share today. And the affirmation is, I believe and I know I believe and I know. Would you say that, please? I believe and I know. Just let that energy soak in for a moment. And one more time. I believe and I know. And as we allow that energy to soak in again, you may want to just close your eyes and allow that vibration. I believe. All things are possible to those who believe. I believe. Not blindly. I understand the workings of spirit within my life. I understand the principle of thoughts held in mind produce after their kind, that they create our experiences. I believe and I know that all things work together for good. I believe and I know that the activity and presence of spirit is always active within me. Transforming my consciousness in ways that allow me to truly live a life of joy. And I am grateful. I am grateful. I am grateful. And so I just want to say one last thing, and that is that for those of you who want to know all the details about the powers, and to maybe have a different understanding, a different lesson on the powers, more technical, then I am going to be sending out an email with a write-up about the powers of faith and understanding and who is represented and what it all means metaphysically. So you can read it from that perspective also. And so if you are here for the first time or you're online, if you're not on our email list, then if you're in person, then fill out a card, get on our email list. And if you are online, go to our website, unityoforangecounty.org, and you can contact us that way and let us know that you would like to be on the mailing list. Thank you so much and have a blessed day.
Thank you so much, Reverend Charlie. It's been a long road getting gone from there to here. It's been a long time, but my time is finally near, and I can feel a change in the wind right now. Nothing's in my way, and I'm not gonna stop. Hold me down right now. No, they're not gonna hold me down, 'cause I've got faith of the heart. I'm going where my heart will take me. I've got faith to believe I can do anything. I've got strength of the soul, and no one's gonna bend or break me. I can reach any star, 'cause I've got faith. I've got faith, faith of the heart. It's been a long night, trying to find my way. Been through the darkness, but I'll finally have my day, and I will see my dreams come alive at last. I will touch the sky, and they're not gonna hold me down no more. No, they're not gonna change my mind, 'cause I've got faith of the heart. I'm going where my heart will take me. I've got faith to believe I can do anything. I've got strength of the soul, and no one's gonna bend or break me. I can reach any star, 'cause I've got faith, faith of the heart. I've known a wind so cold, I've seen the darkest days, but now the winds I feel are only winds of change. Oh, I've been through the fire and I've been through the rain, but I'll be fine, 'cause I've got faith of the heart. I'm going where my heart will take me. I've got faith to believe I can do anything. I've got strength of the soul, and no one's gonna bend or break me. I can reach any star, 'cause I've got faith, 'cause I've got faith of the heart. Going where my heart will take me. I've got strength of the soul, and no one's gonna bend or break me. I can reach any star, 'cause I've got faith. I've got faith, faith of the heart. It's been a long road. Howard, come on up.
Aren't we fortunate to have such knowledgeable and experienced people to share those messages with us and help us, down our spiritual path? And Reverend, that was every time we get a speaker, we either get a nugget, we get reminded, or if we're ready to hear something we've heard 4 or 5 times before, but now we're just ready to do it. So Allison helps us with that. Annie, all of our people that come there, and they share that with us lovingly. So we're pretty fortunate when we come. Okay, now 5 basic principles. All right. So number 1, God is all good and active in everything, everywhere. 2, I'm naturally good because God's divinity is in me and in everyone. 3, create my experiences by what I choose to think and what I feel and believe. And 4, through affirmative prayer and meditation, I connect with God and bring out the good in my life. And 5, I do my best by living the truth. I know I make a difference. And this is where we talk about how you can make a difference practicing the principle of giving and receiving. So if you take your offering in your hand, or if you donate other way, just put your hands together and let's bless our offerings while we pass the baskets. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Okay, so our church is solely funded through your generous love donations, and we appreciate your financial support, and we can't do that without your consistent and generous support. And remember that all your donations are tax deductible. And so the ways to donate are, you can visit our website. You can text a donation to 77977. You can send a check to 23181 Verdugo Drive in Laguna Hills. Okay? Now, do we have any first-time visitors today? Okay. Well, what I'd like to do, though, is like if you're watching us on YouTube, invite you to come over to the church sometime if it's convenient for you, and we'd love to meet you. And I know that you would enjoy meeting the people here. They're a fun, supportive group of people. So if you get a chance, come on over. Let's see, we're going to do our song then, I guess. Oh, well, first we want to bless the. Allison's going to come and do that.
Yes, and let's just take this moment and bless this opportunity of offerings that have come to us, and know that they are what keeps our ministry running. And that by giving, we open up the opportunity for receiving. So we give cheerfully and we receive gratefully, and we are blessed. And so it is.
Thank you, everybody. All right, Tommy, ready?
We are. And let's honor the child. Please rise and let's sing together, "This Little Light of Mine." This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, oh let it shine. And please join hands and let's sing together our peace song and then the prayer for protection. Meant to be with God as creator. light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God, and the presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God, and altogether, wherever we are, God is, and all is well.